Good morning and welcome to Technical Tuesday. Today's focus is on the project update methods available in EPM Live. That would be manual versus schedule driven. And choosing manual driven versus the schedule driven will determine how data flows from one place to another. My name is Miriam Reeby and I welcome you. I hope everybody had a really nice long weekend. So this webinar today is to help explain how data gets populated into these 8 fields: the project start, project finish, project actual start, project actual finish, project work, project actual work, project actual cost, and project percent complete. The decision on which project update method you choose will also affect your SSR reports that you create. We'll look at that. Whether you choose to use our online project planner within EPM Live or Microsoft Project to build your schedule and publish it, the update method will act the same. That is, you can publish from either or, the online project planner or Microsoft Project. But if you're in manual method, whatever values that you have entered into the project form or view form, or it's also known as the control page, will remain intact. Once you change it to a schedule-driven option to update your method, then the values that you put into your Microsoft Project schedule or the online project planner will override those values in the view form. Excuse me. These fields shown here, the start, finish, actual start, actual finish, work, actual cost, and percent complete. These are all hidden fields in the back end, and they're populated in the back end. However, they will look different. So regardless of your project update method that you select, these fields in the back may or may not be the same as those that are in your view form. So if I choose to keep my schedule or within the view form in manual update method, whatever values I put in there and manually enter will remain. The start and finish dates will be hidden in the back end, and there may be some discrepancies. And we'll see that happen today. So let's take a look at this. So if I put in my project name when I create a project item, and I keep it in the manual update method, I can edit the fields such as the project start, project finish, project actual start if I care to, as well as project actual finish. I can enter what I estimate as far as what project work it's going to take, how many hours, as well as the project actual work, project actual cost, and what I think percent complete, project percent complete would be. Now, being in the manual method, in the back end at my start, finish, actual start, actual work, actual cost, and percent complete, notice I have some discrepancies here. So within my manual view form, I've put in 8.1, start is the same. However, my finishes look different here. As well as the once you're back in earlier, you could have your finish off, as well as your percent complete could be different. Now, if I choose schedule-driven method, so here's my schedule-driven, whatever I put in these fields and whatever are the values that are in my schedule as far as my online project schedule or Microsoft Project schedule will override these values here. So they'll be the same. Now, once we have a schedule created and we publish that schedule, team members get notifications as well as emails of the work that they've been assigned. Not only that, they'll get a general notification in the upper right-hand corner of the work assignments, and they can view those. Then team members will navigate to my work and make updates. Any updates that they make in my work can also be viewed in the Task Center. After a team member makes updates, the project manager will get an email as well as an update, general notification update telling him or her that team members have made updates to their work assignments. It's then that the project manager will pull in those updates either via the Process Updates link within the project planner and view the details of that, as well as they can do it in Update Progress in Microsoft Project. So they can view the details of any updates that a team member has made and decide to accept or reject those changes made. So let's go ahead and demo what we've been talking about so far. I'm in my ProGreen Consulting site, and I'm in the projects community. You'll notice in the upper right-hand corner, projects community. And I'm logged in as Marianne Uribe. This is my general notifications. If I click on this, I can see any task that may have been assigned to me, any work item that may have been assigned to me, as well as if I'm the project manager, if I have any updates. And I can view them right from this general notifications. Okay, so I'm in my ProGreen Consulting, and I'm in the Project Center in my Executive Summary view. So let's take a look at two items that I've created for this webinar. One project item is called EcoSmartPhone. The other one that I'll be showing you is Tech Tuesday MSP. So we'll bounce off these two projects. This first one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the contextual. I can either select this item and use the contextual drop-down menu and view or edit it, or I can use the ribbon menu up here as well. So I'm going to just click on this View Item button on the ribbon, and it's going to launch the view form here. So here you can see that I've entered the title of my project name, and I've associated it to the Southern Region portfolio item. You can see some other fields that I've entered. All the data that I entered when I created this item is displayed here. Now notice we have our project start and project finish, these fields that we were talking about earlier, as well as project actual start and project actual finish. If I scroll down some more, some project work and project actual work. All these fields, projects % complete, these are the fields that I manually entered. Now how did I do that? I notice down here my project update method selected is manual. So what does that mean? Well, I'm going to go ahead and click this edit item up on the ribbon. Because when I created this item, I left it in manual update method, I'm able to update these fields, such as, notice here, project start. I can edit these fields, project start and project finish, if I wanted to add project actual start or project actual finish. All of these fields are editable. I entered 400 hours for project work. I also entered 45% complete. These are all editable fields because it's in this manual method. So I'm going to go ahead and close. And what I want to show you now is back out. I'm going to go ahead and close this view form. Back out in my project center. My project's name is EcoSmartPhone. Now if I scroll to the right over here, notice I've got my start date. I entered 8/26/2013. And my project finish is 10/31/2013. And its % complete is 45%. Now before I go and show you the plan that I created in the online project planner, I want to show you something. The reason why I was able to edit those fields, if I click on this other tab that I've got open for us to view, I'm now in my ProGreen Consulting Editable Fields Project Center. So this is the back end under the list settings here. And I'm in the Manage Editable Fields list. Now your Site Collection Administrator here, if I scroll down, this is by alphabetical order. If I scroll down, starting with project, because we're focused on the 8 fields starting with the project prior to the name, like project start and project finish. So I'm going to scroll down here. And here we see the reason why those fields are editable, because it's in manual mode. How do I know that? It says on edit item, editable where the project update is equal to manual. Same with the % complete. It's editable because the project update is equal to manual. Same with the actual finish. So because all of these project actual start, project actual finish, project start, project finish, project work, project actual work, project actual costs, project start here, you've got with project work. These 8 fields that I just mentioned and % complete, they're editable because we are in the manual method. So let's go back to my other tab. And now I'm going to go ahead and show you the plan that I created. I went ahead and built a team. I'm going to select this EcoSmartPhone, and I'm going to click Edit Plan up on the ribbon. Now remember, my dates are 8/26 to 8/31, and it's 45% complete. And I also put in 400 hours. So go ahead and click Edit Plan, and this will give me the option. Do I want to edit using the online project planner, which is built into EPM Live, or I have the option to use Microsoft Project? Well, for this demo, I'm going to use the Project Planner. So I click on Project Planner, and it's going to launch and open up my online project planner. Once inside the project planner, looks like we got kicked out. It'll start for us in just a second. It's Technical Tuesday. After a long weekend, it's going to launch it for us again. And here we are here. So remember my dates. Notice in the online planner, when I created this schedule using my online planner here, I entered a start date of 9/2, which is different from my 8/26 out where I manually entered it into the view form, as well as my finish is 10/18. So I entered 2 summary tasks with some detailed tasks and 2 milestones, and I entered durations, and I linked them up, and this gave me my dates. Notice the work as well. I've got 288 hours assigned. I had manually entered 400. Notice to the right, percent complete. My team members made some updates, so I went ahead and accepted some of those and rejected some. It's given me a project percent complete of 19%. So this percent complete is 19%, which is different than what I entered in the view form, the manually field for a project percent complete versus this percent complete. So I have some discrepancies. Now, how does this work? I'm going to just go ahead and I could make changes and save and publish using the Save and Publish buttons from here. I'm just going to go ahead and close out of here. Whatever values that are in here, because it's still in manual, it's not going to override the values back in the view form or throughout EPM Live for that matter. So for here, what I'd like to do is I want to show you our reports. I'm going to click on the Reports link in the upper right corner. Now, it makes a difference with the method that you choose to update your schedule with, whether it's manual or schedule-driven. Why does that make a difference? Because in these forms, whatever these forms here are, if it's manual, it's going to pull those values from the view form of the project item. So what I manually entered when I create an SSR report here by selecting to expand the reporting services reports, I'm going to expand my projects here as well as the general status. I'll use this project status summary link right here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And we were looking at my Eco Smartphone project. So I'm going to, once this launches, I'm going to add that to my parameters. So under the project here, I'm going to go ahead and select the project value, and that was my Eco Smartphone. And I'm going to click Apply. Now once I click Apply, notice the values. These are the values, the project start and the project finish and the project percent complete, as well as the project work. These are the values that I manually entered. They're not reflecting what is in my schedule. So you can see that there's some differences here. Now, you might be thinking, okay, so why? I'm going to go ahead and close this report, and I'm going to go back to my project center. You might be thinking, okay, so why do you offer both the manual update method as well as the schedule-driven? Well, a good business case scenario for this might be where you may want to leave it a manual-driven method if your schedule isn't fully completed yet, as far as you don't have all the details and you're just entering estimates. So some may choose to use the manual-driven method if they want full control of the information themselves to manage expectations. Or perhaps your project's expected to continue for another 2 years. You may want the full control of entering those project details. However, at some point when you do have those details, it's recommended that you do use the schedule-driven so that there are no discrepancies in the schedule versus the view form in our reports. Not only that, it is recommended that you use the schedule-driven once you have all the details because your schedule should be the driving authority of your project information. So let's go ahead and change that method. Now I'm going to go ahead and select this. And again, I can either use the contextual drop-down menu or I can use the Edit Item up on the ribbon. So notice my values here. I'm going to go ahead and click on Edit Item. And I'm going to switch from that manual method at the bottom. And you'll notice when I do switch, these fields get grayed out. In other words, I won't be able to edit them. So down below, once I click this drop-down menu, I'm going to select Schedule Driven. You'll also notice here it does give you a little description. It says, please choose the method you would like to use to update your project fields. The manual option allows managers to manually enter project information like I've shown you. The schedule-driven option will update the project fields from the online planner or Microsoft Project Schedule. If you select the schedule-driven and have not published a schedule yet, your current project field values will be overwritten. So I'm going to go ahead and click Save because now I've switched it to schedule-driven. Once I click Save, it's working, and we can see in the upper left corner here. Notice my dates have changed. I have the correct schedule date from the online project planner of 9/2, as well as my project finish. Notice the % complete as well. So it's pulling from the online planner those values. Let's go ahead and view that form one more time. I'm going to go ahead and select Edit just to show you that those fields are not editable any longer. Because that field is now no longer noted as manual, these fields are not editable. Notice my project start and finish is not editable, as well as my % complete, my project actual work and cost, project actual cost, the 8 fields that I mentioned earlier. Notice my schedule driven here, and my % complete has changed. Let's go ahead and close out of this, and let's look at that report and see how that report reflects now. If we go back to that reports, I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this tab so we can leave it open for our other one. And I'm going to go to my reports link. Once in the SSR reports, once they load, it's just about ready. I'll choose that same report and we'll see different values because I've switched the schedule to the schedule-driven method. I can go ahead and close my editable fields as well. Here's my reporting services reports. I'm going to jump back into the projects folder. I'm going to jump down into my general status just to use that same report. Once I click on this report, I'm going to select that same project and click Apply. Notice my dates have changed and my % complete. The project work is probably still pulling off. Depending on when you do this, sometimes it does get stuck in the back end, but it will populate shortly. So we can see that the reports does matter as far as which update method you select. So now I'm going to jump back to my project center, and I'm going to choose my MSP project. Let's look at this one item. I'm going to select this and click Edit Item. This one is in manual method. The update method is still in manual. So I'm going to scroll down. You can see the name of my title. I've selected to associated to the Portfolio North item. So here we've got my project start of 8/1, my project finish of 8/31. I can edit any one of these fields, project actual start or project actual finish. I can enter work. I entered 100 hours here. My % complete, 50%. Notice the manual method. So if I run that report on this one, which I will do quickly, I'm going to go ahead and cancel out of this, it's going to show these values. Back on my reports page here, I'm going to select Project Status Summary Report link once again. And this time I'll use my Technics Tuesday MSP project. And I'll click Apply. It's going to pull those values from the view form. So my 8/1 to 10/31, 50% in project work of 100 hours. Let's go ahead and close this. So you see my report here. I'm going to jump back to the Project Center. Now to launch this, I created this project schedule earlier. I would select this and I'd choose Edit Plan. Once I choose Edit Plan, I would select the Microsoft Project link like I showed earlier. When I clicked Project Planner, I would just select the Microsoft Project link. I've already opened it to save us some time. So here's my schedule, Technical Tuesday MSP. It's got a project summary task in there. I've got 2 summary tasks, some detail tasks, 2 milestones. I entered duration. I linked up my duration using the task using the predecessor column. I assigned some resources, and then I noted some items were complete. So some of my team members made some updates, and I accepted some of those and rejected others. It shows 19% complete, and my work is 264 hours. Once I was finished with that, I went to my Publisher tab, and I saved, and then I published. I'm going to go ahead and publish one more time. So it's pushing it back to my app site, my project schedules, MSP project, and then to Technical Tuesday MSPP. So this MPP actually will reside in the schedules folder. So it's saving it all back. Now these values will not override. You will see the task assignment and such in the task center. However, this % complete, as well as the hours and the duration start and finish dates, do not override those within the project item view form, or also known as project control page, because it's still in manual method. Remember those fields back in the list setting that I showed you, editable fields, because they're still in manual method, they will not be updated. So I'm going to choose not to send an email, and it's going to save all this information. So here, once this is saved, team members get email notifications as well as general notifications of the assigned tasks. So Marianne, Edward, and so forth will get task assignments that show in my work as well as in the task center. Now I'm going to jump back to my site, into the project center. Once this is published, you saw that the 19% in there. You saw that when I went ahead and I'm going to go ahead and click Edit Item, because it was in manual method. My dates are still what I had put in there. Same with the work, and same with the % complete. But now I'm going to switch it over to schedule driven. So just to verify to make sure I'm not going too fast for anyone out there, you can see the project start is 8/1, project finish is 10/31. I entered project work of 100 hours, and I entered a % complete of 50. So now I'm going to go ahead and change this to schedule driven. I select the schedule driven option, and then click Save. EPM Live's working here, saving that information, switching it over to schedule driven. Once I do that, you'll notice my dates change out here. They're now 9/2/2013. Project finish is 10/14/2013, as well as the % complete has changed. So the values in my schedule are now going to override. Let's go ahead to our reports on this one. Let's go ahead and click on our reports tab that's open. I'm going to choose project schedules, status summary. I'm going to go ahead and select my Technical Tuesday MSP and click Apply. Now that it's schedule driven, you see the project work here. You notice the dates have changed, as well as my % complete. So these reports do depend on which method you choose. If you choose manual, it will be, this report will show the values that you entered within the project view form or project control page. If you choose schedule driven, these values will pull those values into that view form and show them displayed here as well, so there'll be no discrepancies. And then I'm going to go ahead and close out of this report. Oops. Here we go. So now that we've covered the project update method and we've seen how by using the manual method, we can enter and edit the project view form, or by using the schedule driven, any values that are in our project schedules will override those in the view form as well. So you've now seen both methods of how to update, which driving factor you're going to be using, either the manual method or the schedule driven. Now I'd like to introduce you to our EPM Live University. EPM Live University is our new online management system where you and your team can easily access all end user and site collection administrator training for EPM Live products. Within EPM Live University, you can access all our user guides, self-paced courses, and you can register for weekly instructor Q&A sessions. EPM Live University is available to all customers who are part of our Premier Success program. To find out more about EPM Live University, please visit our EPM Live training page at epmlive.com. Additionally, before we wrap up, I'd like to announce that EPM Live is hosting our first ever user conference called Impact 2013. The conference will be held in San Diego, California at the Hotel Del Coronado. Sign up now and join us for this two-day event packed with learning and network opportunities. This user conference will include educational breakout sessions, face-to-face consultations, and opportunities to network with other users from a variety of industries, as well as the EPM Live staff. We'll be hosting several sessions in various formats, such as a panelist discussion, customer success stories, workshops, while providing several opportunities for you to network with your peers. And in addition, our Ask the Expert room will be available where you can meet with senior solution consultants, implementation consultants, or business analysts to answer your questions that you may have regarding EPM Live. For more information on the user conference, please visit us at epmlive.com user conference overview. I thank you for attending today's class and hope you've enjoyed this presentation. Please contact us for the PDDU's number available. Thank you.